Penguin and House Volume 1 Review. This is the everyday story of Hayakawa, a student at university, and his pet companion Pen, who just happens to be a penguin. Hayakawa is an easygoing young man. Although the obvious will be a more accurate way to describe him, so it's probably just as well if he has Pen to look after him, do the household chores and cook his meals, even if most of the time he doesn't notice. Much to Pen's annoyance, but Hayakawa's kind-hearted friend Seto notices. He really appreciates Pen's cooking skills. He can stop himself following Pen to watch him in action, folding laundry, going to the local supermarket, and is filled with admiration, wishing Pen could be his pet. But Pen is, for whatever reasons, devoted to the clueless Hayakawa, who also made the ongoing Ota, Hayakawa's other friend. We he and Pen get into an okonomiyaki making contest at Hayakawa's place. Also, by the time all the chopping, mixing, and cooking has happened, and the okonomiyaki are ready to eat, what has Hayakawa done? Gone and made himself pancakes, which is scoffing, leaving. Of course, no room to eat anything else. And so to go from day to day, celebrating Christmas with Seto Ota, then Pen getting lost in the crowds, visiting the shrine at New Year, and somehow becoming part of the group undergoing the character building Yamabushi experience, until one day they come upon a female penguin. She has a cute bow on her head. In a state of great distress, her owner has collapsed, and there, lying face down at the pavement, is a schoolgirl. It's time for Pen and Hayakawa to go to the rescue. Could this be the start of a beautiful friendship? Penguin House is mangaka Akihiro Ieda's first manga to be translated into English. It is delivered in very short chapters, with several 4-comma strips at the end of the volume. This formula tends to rely on a single gag, which is then developed and resolved. By the end of the chapter, Kodansha have given it an all ages 8+ rating, which is invaluable for school libraries seeking to expand their manga range. On to the fact that the main human characters are a university doesn't make it really as relatable as Karkotar Sakura or Chi's Sweeter Home for younger readers. Also, the humor is not very young, child reader friendly. Silent Pen is quirky, rather than cute. And as we read more and more of Hayakawa's insensitive, even thoughtness reactions to Pen's hard work, we have to wonder why the much put upon little companion doesn't just up and leave. There's no backstory. The situation is what is. In fact, Hayakawa is so toothless at times, especially in the 4-comma gag strips at the end, that it comes across as rather unpleasant. The humor here just isn't very funny. The translation for Kodansha is by Sawa Matsueda Savage and Kodo to them, and the designer for the delightful helpful translation notes at the back, such as okonomiyaki or yamabushi. Each one with a little house-shaped image but the text to illustrate the subject matter. Splash pages spot the difference, and single images, pen as vango, yamabushi pen, etc. Pet between chapters added the fun. Nevertheless, as part of these nice little extras, the overall impression is somewhat at odds with the manga. The publicity blurb choose says to like it too. Going for the if you like these, you love it this approach. A man and his cat are away at the house pen. Neither of these titles seems like a good fit. There's so much more heart in both those series, while Pen is very caring towards his owner. The running joke of the series seems to be that Hayakawa is so obvious that he constantly frustrates the little fellow's best attempts, and the sum, also in spite of the smitten Seto constantly telling us how adorable it finds Pen-chan. I find he looks rather sinister with his eyes, but maybe it's just me. Volume 2 is out already from Kodansha, and there's third to come at some stage. 6/10.